Hello, this is Sonia. I hope all of you are enjoying your online lessons at home. Welcome to my lesson today on squares and square root. Now what do you mean by squares or squaring a number? The word square reminds us of the square figure which we have studied in the previous classes. Also we know that the area of the square is represented by the formula side multiplied by side or side squared. Therefore, I can say that if any number is raised to the power of 2, it means that I am squaring the number. I will explain this with a few more examples. If I write 3 squared, this can be read as 3 squared or 3 raised to the power of 2, where 2 is called as the exponent or power and 3 is called as the base. We have already studied this in the exponents chapter, and we can expand this or write this as 3 multiplied by 3 2 times, which gives me the value of 9. Another example, 4 square, it means 4 multiplied by 4 2 times, which gives me 16. So 4 square is 16. Another example, 5 square, that means 5 multiplied by itself 2 times, which gives me the value of 25. So basically, any time if I have an exponent of 2, it means I am squaring the number. Now if I have a square, the length of its side as 4 units. If I have a square with length of side as 4 units, and if I were to square this, it would look like this. That is, what I am doing is 4 multiplied by 4 2 times, which gives me 16 squares. So if I count, I have got 16 squares. It's not very perfectly drawn actually. So if I get 16 squares. Now one common mistake which students make is, now if I have 5 square, that is 5 into 5, 25. But what they do is 5 square, they do 5 into 2, that is they multiply the base with the exponent, which gives 10, which is a wrong answer. So 5 square means 5 multiplied by 5 2 times, which gives me 25. So in general I can say that a perfect square is actually a product of 2 same or equal numbers, and I can define this as, if m is a, I can define perfect square as, if m is a natural number then m square is a square number or a perfect square. If m is a natural number, m square is a square number or a perfect square. Now I will explain the concept of square numbers with basic number pattern. Now we know that numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on are called as natural numbers. And sum of 2 consecutive natural numbers gives us triangular numbers. Now you will ask me, what is triangular numbers? Triangular numbers are numbers whose dot patterns look like triangles, or they can be arranged as triangles. I will show you this with an example. Now the first triangular number is the first natural number itself, 1. So 1 is the first number and it can be represented as 1 dot. This is the first triangular number. The second triangular number is the sum of first 2 consecutive natural numbers, that is 1 starting from 1, 1 plus 2, which is 3. 3 is the second triangular number, and we can represent this as 1 dot in the first row, 2 in the second. And if I join these dots, I get the triangular shape. This is the second triangular number. Sum of first 3 consecutive natural numbers will give me the third triangular number. That is starting from 1, 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is equal to 3 plus 3, 6. This is the third triangular number. This can be represented as 1 dot in the first row, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. Again, if I join these dots, I get a triangular shape. This is the third triangular number. And so the sum of first 4 consecutive natural numbers will give me the fourth triangular number. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. That adds up to 3 plus 3, 6, and 4, 10. 10 is the fourth triangular number. And this can be represented as 1 dot in the first row, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. So if I join these dots, I get the shape of a triangle. This is the fourth triangular number. And so on. If I keep on adding the consecutive natural numbers, that is the sum of first 5 consecutive natural numbers will give me the fifth triangular number. Sum of first 6 consecutive natural numbers will give me the sixth triangular number, and so on. So now you will ask me, what is the relation between triangular number and squares? We were anyway discussing squares in this chapter. So I'll explain this in a short while. We have just learned that on adding 2 consecutive natural numbers, we get triangular numbers. Similarly, on adding 2 consecutive triangular numbers, we get square numbers. To explain this, I'll take the first 4 triangular numbers. The first one is 1, the second triangular number is 3, the third one is 6, and the fourth is 10. So 1 can be represented as 1 square, that is 1 into 1 gives me 1. And we represent this with a single dot. If I add first 2 consecutive triangular numbers, that is 1 plus 3, I get the sum as 4. 4 is 2 square. Four is 2 square, or 2 multiplied by itself 2 times. Now to visualize this, for 3 I can take 3 dots, 1, 2, 2 dots in the second row, and if I draw to 3, if I add 1, so that is I bring the dot here and put it here, it becomes of the shape of a square, because I get 2 in the first row, 2 dots in the second row, that is 2 added 2 times, or 2 into 2, 4. Now if I take the sum of the next 2 consecutive triangular numbers, that is 3 plus 6. 3 plus 6 gives me 9, which is 3 square, or 3 multiplied by itself 2 times. Now 6 can be represented as 1 dot, 2 in the second and 3 in the third. So I can visualize this in this form. If I, these 6 dots here, and if I bring, that means I am adding 3 plus 6. So 3 dots I am bringing over here. That is in the form of a inverted triangle. So if I join this shape looks like a square because I get 3 added 3 times. First row 3 plus 3 plus 3. 3 added 3 times is 3 into 3 or 9. Now if I add the next two consecutive triangular numbers, that is 6 and 10. So 6 plus 10 gives me 16. 16 is 4 square. 4 multiplied by itself 2 times and so on. So adding triangular numbers we can see gives us square numbers. Now we will discuss square root. Now I will explain what is square root. Just as the inverse or opposite operation of addition is subtraction, multiplication is division. Similarly, finding square root of a number is the inverse operation of squaring a number. I will explain this with a few examples. And the sign to find the square root of a number, if I have a natural number a, the sign used is radical sign, or I can write this as a raised to the power of half. But generally we use this sign. First example, 2 square is 2 into 2 gives me 4. Therefore, I can say that square root, this is the square root, and here I am writing the square. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. 3 square is 3 into 3 gives me 9. Therefore, square root of 9 is 3. 4 square, 4 into 4 gives me 16. Therefore, square root of 16 is 4. It means finding a number which when multiplied by itself will give the result as 16. Now 5 square is 25. Therefore, square root of 25 will be which number on multiplying by itself gives me 25? That is 5. So it is the opposite operation of finding the square of a number. Suppose if I have 4, if I have to square this 4, I multiply it by 4. 4 into 4 gives me 16. And when I am finding the square root of 16, I am actually dividing this by 4. So it is the opposite. Over here when I multiply, I am squaring and getting the square as 16. If I am taking the square root of 16, it means I am dividing by 4 and I get the square root as 4. I hope you all have understood this. Suppose the area of square is given to you. Area is given as 81 square units. And we are supposed to find the side of square. So we know that side into side gives us area which is 81. Therefore, side square is equal to 81. So, side is actually the square root of 81, which is 9 units. Now, if I have to find the square root of 81, square root of 81, this is just for your information I am saying, square root of 81 can be 9 also, or it can be minus 9, or for say for any number, square root of 2, 4 can be 2 also or minus 2 also, because we know that 9 square also gives us 81 and minus 9 the whole square, minus 9 into minus 9, the sign will become positive, will also give us 81. So we can say that there are two integral square roots of a perfect square number. But in this chapter, we will take only the positive square root of a natural number. Okay. So in my coming videos, I will be explaining different methods of finding square root of a number and also the properties of squares. Hope you like my video. Take care and have a good day.